Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Thank you so much for making out time to be here. I know for some of us it's really early in the morning. Thank you for being here. So let's get into it quickly. So like we like to always look at um, the trend, how the trend is moving. In fact, many will tell you that the trend is your friend. So it's usually good when you're able to catch a trend and move with that trend for however long it moves. And then when it changes direction, you're also ready to close out, right? So typically speaking, when price is moving, it will start from a low. So if it's moving up, it will start from a low and then move up. After some time, it will pull back and then move up again, giving you a break of structures right there, right? We typically like to look for our entries after this move. So we're responding to the market, right? We then enter somewhere on that pullback, expecting that price would push up again, right? And then it pulls back. We then find another potential entry level, and then we see it move up. Yeah. And the same thing happens if it's going downwards. Uh, we see price make a lower low, then we wait for that pullback. And then once it pulls back, we look for that area where we can enter, and then we'll go with it, expecting it to break structures. And then it pulls back again, and then it goes down, and it continues like that on and on. Okay. Part of the questions. Okay, before we come to these three questions, let's just practicalize that again on the charts, just to see what price is doing. So in the last few days, so this was well, 25th of March, right? Look at what price did. So it came, rushed all the way up, right? Pulls back, comes back up. It does not break this high here, but instead, eventually, it breaks this low that it created there, right? And then once you make a new low, what do you expect? You expect price to pull back. And that is what it has just done now. Yeah. So on that pullback, you're looking for potential entries for you to go further down with the market, right? And then it goes down. So on this pullback, it then goes all the way down, breaking the structures down there, right? It then pulls back again, right? Does a small market structure shift, but that is not sustained. And then it comes back down. Then it pulls up, pulls back, pulls up again, gives you a nice break of structures there. It pulls back and then gives you a massive push up, then pulls back, starts moving up, but then the sellers push it all the way back down, right? And then it pushes up, comes back up, and then it does something like this. Let me get to where it is now. Okay. So, and then it pulls back, pulls up again, comes to these lows here. It actually does a shift there, but then that is not sustained. It doesn't go further down, and then it decides to come out and take out these highs. In fact, it gives you that break of structures there. And then now it's so let's look at what market is doing right now. Right. But essentially, if you look at what this is doing, you can see markets, going oscillating, giving you those higher highs, higher lows, or when it's moving down, giving you lower lows, lower highs. And this happens on any time frame. Let me even go to 5 minutes time frame just to test this thing out. We'll also go to the maybe 4 hour time frame just to look at it as well. You see, so can you see how price is moving? You can see the trajectory of the market. In fact, so for right now, you can see market moved up, then it's stalling here. It tried to come down, but it eventually broke that structure to the top. So you're expecting it to pull back and then potentially go back up, right? If we look at the 4 hour chart as well, let me just look at what is happening just right now. The bigger picture, I mean, you can even see this on the bigger picture, right? You can see a massive push up, higher highs, higher lows, right? And then a massive pull down, push down. Then it does sideways and then pushes up. It does not take out that high. Eventually, it breaks these lows here. This is on the 4-hour time frame, right? And then it comes all the way down. But let me even show you something, even just within here. Let's look at that. Let me expand this. So price will always, when it wants to move, it will always follow that pattern. So let's remove all these lines that we did here, so that it doesn't matter which time frame you are trading, just trade in the context of that time frame that you are on. Okay, so just look at this price action, for instance. So if we start from these lows here, price push up, pulls back down, right? Then eventually here, it breaks structure to the top, right? So if you ask yourself from here, where is the last opposite candle that caused this move up? It's right here, right? So, and then price comes all the way right to this bottom here, right? But it does not close below, right? And then it pushes up. It even does another step type thing here. So it pushes up, pulls back, pushes up again, pulls back, pushes up, pulls back, and right now it's pushed up here, right? But now you have the candles are not so strong. Look at these ones here. These ones are very nice bullish candles, right? These ones here are very nice bullish candles. These ones are more of dojis, and it's trying to decide, do I really want to go up or do I want to drop? Yeah, the strength is weakening, but all the same, you can see the trajectory that this is moving up. Yeah, so it doesn't matter which time frame you trade on. In fact, we have some members on our inner circle who trade the 15 minutes time frame or the 5 minutes time frame. In fact, once I know of 2 people who trade even for the 1 minute time frame, right? So it doesn't matter which time frame you trade on, just trade in the context of that time frame, and you will see that eventually price continues to give you these same patterns that we are talking about. All right, so where is okay, this is our 3 questions that we like to ask before we take any trade. One is, what did price do overnight? Where is price now? And what must I see price do before I execute a trade? Okay, so I'm typically on the 30 minutes time frame, and that may actually be changing soon, but let's start first. Let's look at what price is doing. Okay, so price from today, it pushed up, came back down, gave you a massive push up, then it came all the way back down, it pushed up, came down again, pushed up, came down here, tried to break structures here, but then it came back up here to break this zone here, right? So price is right here now, right? But it's giving you a small shift here, and it's told you that it's not really interested in breaking these structures down here. So what can price do? Price can do whatever it wants to do. So given that it's broken this smaller structure here, then there is every potential that it can pull back and then go back up and then come back up at least to this zone here, right? And then maybe pull back and then continue upwards. Always looking for this pattern: higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? Otherwise, if it comes all the way down and breaks below this last low here where it's pushed up from, then we have potential for price to come back down and then maybe even go further down, right? See how we interpret what the market is doing per time, right? Okay, and you never know. You just have to be ready to place that risk. Are you willing to risk some percentage of your capital right here? Put your entry right there, right? At the lows there. Put your stop loss below that, because once it comes below these levels here, then it's no longer valid, right? Then see if it will come up here initially, and then if it will continue going up. Yeah, are you willing to place that risk? Okay. All right, let's look at the next pair. This is let me pound JPY. Okay, so pound JPY, what has this done? Started from these lows, came down, give you a nice break of structure right there, and then it pulls back. This one was actually a very deep pullback. Then it does something like this. It begins to just give you smaller, what would I call it? A smaller pattern, showing you that it wants to kind of go up. Yeah, I don't like trend line, so let me not draw a trend line. Just trend line is very, very it's dependent on the person trading it. So we can't, but I mean something like this is something is universal. You just look at it and say, do you have a break of structure? If you have a break of structure, it's clear to everybody it's a break of structure. And like somebody else can come in here, draw a trend line like this. Another person will come here, draw a trend line like this. It's very, it's dependent on the trader, right? So I like to use something that is more universal. Okay, so for this in this instance here now, so where would our line in the sand be? I can say there's some kind of support here or these lows here. So it looks like this one it's already pulled back down, and then this high here looks like a target, right? So if it can come here and then continue going up, that would be nice. Yeah. Otherwise, if it breaks below there, then we know that these lows here are vulnerable. Okay, let's look at the other pair. This is Euro JPY. Okay, this one is just going sideways. Okay, it pushed up, came all the way back down, came up here, then decided to push up, pull back. So it looks like he might actually take out these highs. If it does that, that would be nice. And then it will go up. Yeah, potentially. It looks like it's done its market structure shift. In fact, let's see on the 15 minutes, what did it do? Let me see. Yeah. Okay, yeah. We can see a shift somewhere there. Okay, so yeah, it's shifted already and looks like it wants to go up. Okay, let's look at pound Aussie. Wow, pound Aussie is resisting these lows. It doesn't want to go lower. It's been bouncing. You see, came in here, bounced up, came in here, bounced, came in here again, bounced up, came in here again, it's bouncing back up. So let's see what market wants to do. It can actually go back all the way to the top. So this is just in a big sideways move. Early in the morning, I tried to get a buy on this pullback, but I just closed it out at break even. But now it's come all the way back to the lows. Let's see if it will go all the way to the top. Would it be okay to enter right now? I think it'll be a high risk. That's an aggressive one, right? It's usually better when it's at the lows. If you can pick it from these lows and then just go up with it. Otherwise, just wait for it. Let it break above. Then on a pullback, you then take that nice entry. Yeah. Let's look at Euro USD. Oh, Euro USD is breaking the highs now. Okay, that's good. So initially, it was just a big sideways thing here, trying to decide what it to do. Now it has broken the structures. You can see, look at this. It breaks above, closes above. You could have entered right there at that pullback, and then you go with it. But anyway, it's gone up now. It's pulled back down, and then it looks like it's going up. Where is it targeting? Okay, it could be back at this highs here. It's almost there now, right? And if it wants to go further up, yeah, the next target could be up here. This highs here. So let's see if price will potentially maybe even give you a deeper pullback, come back to this zone here, and then go up. Yeah. Let's see if price will do that. Pound USD. Okay, this is looking bullish. Okay, maybe that's why pound Aussie is not going further down. Pound USD is actually pushing up, right? So you can see it's physically happening, right? It's done this, come back down, and then it's broken below. I'm broken above these highs, right? So we can get a pullback and then a continuation to the top side. And the areas, let me clean out these things. So where are my target areas? So it's right here now. If it breaks above that high, it could be coming here. And if it breaks above that high, it can be going all the way to the top here. Okay, so let's watch and see where was the break, initial break. This was the initial break here. So it can, from this break of structure here, it can even pull back again before going back up, right? My line in the sand will be down here. It looks like it's big. This is where the whole thing started from before it pushed up, right? So that's where my line in the sand will be. USD JPY. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is going further down. Let's remove all these lines. So it started out initially as if it wants to go up. Nice break of structures there, a pullback, another break of structure. Then it pushes all the way back up, does as if it wants to start going up, and then now it's just breaking to the downside, right? So what do we expect now? We expect that from these levels, we expect some sort of pullback. If it can pull back and then continue downwards, that would be good. Otherwise, let's see, where is it going to? Let me mark which one. It could be here. Let's just mark these lows here. There's a smaller one here, but let's see if it's going to go all the way down. Right? Beautiful. Do we have any questions? Oh, let me show us pound card. I just stumbled on it earlier today, so and I thought it was a nice one, just depicting this same pattern that we like to look at, when price is moving up or when it's moving down. We're just looking for markets to give us something like this. So look at what it has done, right? So early in the morning, Asia session, it pulls back, it goes down, then gives you a break of structures right there. Then during London session, it pulls back, gives you a big move there, pulls back again, another nice move, pulls back, and then now it's moving up, right? So you can see the market structure just happening live, as it's going like that. So you can just follow that process, right? And actually, I was looking at another pair because Euro JPY and Pound JPY, I didn't like their structure. So I preferred this one, right? Which was looking more, looking better, following this pattern that we like. Okay. When you see nice break of structures, just follow the trend. Okay. All right. Good, good. Do we have any questions? Okay. I don't see any questions in the chat either. Okay, beautiful. This is good. Thank you so very much.